All right, everybody, good afternoon. What is going on? You know what time it is. You know what it's all about. We got some snap count data to take a look at here. Offense, defense, you know the drill by now. We just want to get a feel for who's playing, how much they're playing, and what we can learn from it. I'll tell you, yesterday's game against the Colts was certainly an oddly paced game, but it ended up kind of all evening out. The Seahawks offense did not do a great job staying on the field, but by and large, the defense did a great job of getting off the field. So we ended up having equilibrium, and I'll show you what I mean a little later. But yeah, we're going to start with the offense here. 60 snaps. So just to kind of establish a baseline here, the offense had 60 snaps yesterday, which is about typical, maybe a slightly below typical for an average game, but pretty much in line with what you would kind of establish as a minimum good or workable number of snaps for an offense in a game. All right, guys, let's take a minute so I can tell you about Sleeper, a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on sports games in real time with other users. You can get the fastest scores, blazing fast sports news and sports alerts right at your fingertips. And of course, you can use Sleeper to play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. This is the way sports were meant to be enjoyed together. So download Sleeper today. Use promo code SBN to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. And you can pair that with another promo they have right now where you can get a $20 entry free with no deposit required. So get both of those things going. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and growing. So check out Sleeper today. Get to it and go have some fun with sports this year. All right, so running back, this has not happened in quite a while, actually. It's been all the way back in week 7 was the last time this happened. Zach Charbonnet outsnapped Ken Walker. A couple different reasons why that happened. Walker was pretty ineffective. Charbonnet was not great or anything, but he was certainly more effective. And there was also motivation to get Charbonnet out there because we needed to throw the ball more because we could not run block at all. And Charbonnet's more of a third down back, although that is quickly slipping away because for whatever reason this year, Charbonnet has really struggled with pass blocking. And that game yesterday, he was very, very rough. 33 snaps for him regardless, 25 for Walker. Again, it's not bad to have two guys that are good because that way one day one guy's not feeling it, you go to the other guy. One guy's not working, you go to the other one. Totally cool. Velez Jones Jr. got one snap as well, so he got on the field. Wide receiver, we've got JSN playing basically the whole game, 55 snaps. That's one good thing about playing these close games. When you're playing these close games, it means that JSN's on the field basically all game, which means he gets the chance to put up more numbers. So if you are hoping that he can break the record, if you are hoping that he can have that 2,000-yard season, him playing the whole game is crucial for that. Cooper Kupp 45 snaps, so he's still out there a good amount, man. We are probably going to get to the end of the season. He's going to be about 70% of the snaps, which is way better than I thought he was going to give us. I know his numbers are not stellar, but they were never going to be in this offense. And the fact that he's out there for us, at the very least providing quality play, maybe not great play, but quality play, is it's great. Shaheed, 41 snaps, so definitely starting to amp up his workload, getting close to the point where he's basically a full-time player. Good to see. Jake Bobo, 4 snaps. Cody White, 9 snaps. So this is one reason why whenever people bring up Torrey Horton, I push back on it. There's this sense that if Torrey Horton comes back, he's going to make the offense way better. Where does he play? Who's he taking snaps from? Is he taking snaps from Shaheed? I don't think so. I don't think he's taking many snaps from Cooper Kupp. He's going to be taking snaps from Cody White and Jake Bobo. And those guys barely play. And for the most part, those guys, when they're out there, they're just running cardio. So I don't know how Horton changes this that much. I do want him to get back. I like him better than Cody White. I definitely like him better than Bobo. And maybe he can take a little bit of the load off Cooper Kupp, but there's only so much that Torrey Horton can do in an offense that is this run happy. So I struggle to see how Horton makes anything all that better. Anyway, moving on, tight end, A.J. Barner plays 50 snaps, so most of the game roughly in line with his season average number of snaps. Eric Saubert, 22 snaps, so he gave you a normal game's worth of effort. Obviously, we weren't able to go tight end heavy in this game like we usually want to, but 22 snaps, totally fine. 10 snaps for Nick Collerup, and Brady Russell with 5. Now, some of that was at fullback. This team doesn't seem like they're very happy with either of their fullbacks right now, trying to figure something out. Can't say Russell did anything to ingratiate himself to me that Oots wasn't doing, and obviously Oots is not playing great football, but we're trying to find out solutions, figure out solutions here. I just don't know if Brady Russell's part of that. And the offensive line, pretty simple. Zabel, Sundell, Bradford played the whole game. Lucas missed 3 snaps. Cross missed 1. Now, Lucas missed his 3 snaps earlier in the game. He came back. He played the rest of the game. He looked fine. We've been told there's no problem. We do maybe have a little bit of a problem with Cross. It is now being acknowledged by beat reporters and even McDonald that something could be going on there, and that is something that we really can't afford to be dealing with right now. I based on everything I heard yesterday, it was a nothing burger. It is now officially a something burger. Josh Jones, 4 snaps, so he got the 3 snaps for Lucas and the 1 snap for Cross. So that's really all there is to say there. So let's move on to the defense now. Familiar number, 60 snaps. So exact same number of offensive and defensive snaps for the Seahawks, which I think it makes sense, right? The offense did not do a great job of staying on the field, but the defense did a great job getting the other offense off. So equilibrium lines up with the expectation. So of those 60 snaps, Big Cat gets a little bit more work in, but still 41 snaps in a game that came down to the wire. That's really good. I mean, look at some of these other games that Leonard Williams was playing in earlier this year, where he's playing at least 45 snaps week after week after week, sometimes 50, sometimes up near 60 or over 60. And then these last couple weeks, 29, 36, 41. That's a really good indicator that he's going to be ready to go in the postseason because he will be, by his standard, well rested. Byron Murphy, 38 snaps. So, again, he's the younger guy. He can take on the bigger workload. So, I don't think there's ever really a place where you get to where Murphy's playing too much. But again, it's not an excessive amount. It's not like we're working him every single snap possible. He's going to get to the end of this season, be somewhere around 750 snaps. For a player of his caliber, that's probably about where you want to be. Mike Morris, 2 snaps. I think he was involved in a good play as well, so shout out to Mike Morris. Jaron Reed, 24 snaps. So in a game like that, you want to play your best guys. So Reed is going to get left out a little bit more in favor of Williams and Murphy because those guys are playing at an all-pro level. But he's still providing valuable depth that we didn't have when he was out. Healy, 5 snaps. Riley Mills, 7. So I wrote an article this morning, by the way, on Riley Mills. Go check it out. Seahawks on SI. My second article should have gone live by the time this video goes up, by the way. So go check that out as well. Yeah, pretty exciting stuff happening. But Riley Mills, just 7 snaps. Decent way to get his feet wet, although it is a terrible matchup for him in this game. Linebacker, very simple. Ernest Jones plays the whole game. Drake Thomas plays about half the game. You can really see how little this team puts linebackers on the field. They really want to get their defensive backs out there as much as possible, and that means going light at linebacker. Jones obviously didn't have as splashy a game as he's had in some recent weeks because, I mean, the Vikings game was as splashy as it gets, but still playing fine. I think his coverage deficiencies showed up a little bit this week, but I mean, he's never going to be an elite cover player. What he's given you this year has been, I think, far above any reasonable expectation for him. Drake Thomas, 34 snaps. Like I said, slightly more than half. Not much to say. Edge rusher. You've got Uchenna Nwosu and Boye Mafe playing about half the game each. Mafe played a better game to my eye as well than he typically has. I liked what I saw there. No, DeMarcus Lawrence, 43 snaps. Mostly because Derek Hall missed a little bit of this game with an injury. He did come back and it looked fine, but only 17 snaps because some of those snaps were lost to the hand injury, which seems like it wasn't too big of a deal at least. Still a very balanced edge rusher room, which is great. It's exactly where you want to be overall. Having 4 guys that are, at the very least, offering good things is invaluable. And that is the best you can do in a situation where you don't have a Myles Garrett or a Max Crosby type. Cornerback. Witherspoon plays the whole game, all 60 snaps. Job played 49 snaps. Woolen played 37. There's a lot of discourse right now about Job and how much he's playing and how much he should play. There's a lot of negativity around Job right now because he did make some mistakes in that game and there were some bad moments. I would definitely try to remind people that at least statistically, you can argue whether how good he actually is, but statistically, Job has actually been very good this year. And there has been, in many ways, there was a period of time this year where Witherspoon was injured, Woolen was injured. There was a point where their injuries intersected. A guy like Josh Job has really kind of been a saving grace for this team, and without him, I don't know where we'd be. So I'm not really feeling all the Job negativity. What I will say is that Woolen has proven to be better and should be playing more. But I'm not off the Job wagon. I think that he is perfectly fine for the money we're paying him. And as far as a kind of sort of backup, not really a backup, but kind of a backup corner goes, we're getting quality stuff out of him. I would like to see Woolen take more snaps going forward because he is kind of locked in right now, and whatever you gain with Job is not worth it. But one way you do that, as the Seahawks, the best way to get Woolen on the field more is to score points and take early leads. So that way Woolen's deficiencies as a tackler are not as significant. If you're playing a team and your team is ahead by 3 touchdowns, then they're not going to be able to run the ball, and deficiencies against the run are going to be considered kind of irrelevant. Safety. Kobe Bryant played every snap. Julian Love played every snap except for 11, and those 11 snaps went to Ty Okada. So Love is basically ramped up. We played this pretty much perfectly. He is ready to be the full-time player again, I think, against the Rams if we want him to be. Made some nice plays in coverage. I know it wasn't all great. I know it wasn't all amazing, but it was never going to be out of the box, ready to eat, just go out there and dominate. Nick Eman did something he's never done before this week. He played every snap on defense. He played all 60 snaps. He had come close a lot, but he had never actually done 100%. He has now done 100%. So, yeah, 600 snaps now for Eman. By the way, said it before, I'll say it again. I know he's playing corner, and I just have him listed as safety because that's where I had him before the season started, but whatever. I think we all know that, honestly, he's kind of positionless, right? He's playing slot corner. He's playing linebacker. He's even doing some work as an edge rusher, kind of. Like he's kind of positionless anyway, so who cares? All right. I'll see you guys later. Go Ox. Let me know what you think. That is your Snap Count Monday. More stuff coming soon. Keep an eye out. And if you are watching this video, I should either already be on stream or just about to go live on stream for a special, a different kind of video. But if PC building stuff interests you, tune in. I should be live right now if you're watching this video within the first couple hours of its upload. All right. Go Hawks. See you guys soon.